Hey Aquarius, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Aquarius. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. We have Delight. Really pretty card. And to clarify that, we have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Okay. I can see that, like, you have a way of always putting your best foot forward no matter what kind of pain you're in, no matter what kind of anxiety or worry is plaguing you, or what kind of disappointments lie beneath the surface. You kind of have a way of, like, putting on a happy face, and I think in some ways you even go out of your way to be a source of happiness or of hope for those around you. This is a beautiful thing. I can see this being really challenging for you as well. So this might be something that is kind of a weakness and a strength in a way. The thing I'm getting from this is that you really do have the capacity to deal with the tough stuff of life. Even though at times it may have felt like the tough stuff was going to consume you, it was going to overwhelm you, like you would never make it through. You have the kind of strength and determination that has always seen you through. You are a person who understands that the past doesn't define you. And I think even in your regular day-to-day, you don't allow even more present issues to define you. There's just this ability that you have to kind of radiate light, even if there are some things kind of going on underneath the surface that are a bit darker than that. I think you kind of get that, like, your past doesn't have to be pretty for your present to be pretty or for your future to be pretty. So there is an optimism to your personality. There's an optimistic quality. I think that really, no matter how dark things have gotten for you in the past, you've always found a way to be positive or to find the silver lining, or you found the lesson in it, you found the way you could grow, you found how you could improve. I think for this reason, you're an absolute joy to be around. Like, I think you are somebody who people want to have around, people want to be near. You're fun. Like, I'm seeing, like, the life of the party type of energy from you. And this can be, like, even if you are completely introverted, I'm getting that you have a way of connecting with people. Like, either when you go into social situations, you kind of blossom, like, even if you don't see yourself that way. You can think of yourself as very shy or introverted, but you have a way of, like, coming out of your shell. Like, it could be uncomfortable, but it's really fun for everybody around you. And if that's not true for you, then it's like, in your select group of people, you are the life of the party. You just might not like to be the life of, like, a big party. But anyway, the people who are around you really find a lot of joy and happiness from being in your presence. They can kind of feel and pick up on your optimistic energy, and you'll just bring light to any situation. So you have a way of finding the positive outlook. And it's not that this always comes easily to you. Like, I think a lot of times when people are optimistic, others can look at them like they're delusional or like they've had everything handed to them. It's like one or the other. Either you have to be out of your mind, or everything must have been easy for you to believe that these great things are going to happen. And I think that in your case, it's neither of those things. I don't think you've had everything easy. I don't think it's been handed to you, and I don't think you're delusional. I think that You are the type of person that will do the hard stuff to have this strange analogy. Like, this is coming to me in the form of an image, and it's almost like somebody who's, let's say they're like trapped in a tower or something, and they can look out of the really dirty, dusty windows and they can see that the whole world looks like crap. Or they can search around for a window that's clean and for a window that has a great view. And that's not the easiest thing to do. The easiest thing to do would be to look through the window that's closest to you, and when you don't like what you see, you can dissolve into a puddle of goo. But it's resilience. That's what it is. This is coming from a place of resilience. It's not always easy, but you're the person that will get up and you'll find the window. You'll find the window that has the better view. You'll find the window that was clean. You'll find the window that faces the direction you want to look. Even if it takes you a minute to get there, even if you did have to dissolve into a pile of goo and then kind of reform yourself in order to get to that window, you'll do it. And that's not blind optimism, that's resilience. So not only are you a joy to be around, but there is a resilient quality to you. There is a part of you that is gonna keep going no matter what. And I think you know that about yourself. I think you have found yourself in situations where you think, I can't get up again. I can't do this anymore. I can't continue to fight anymore. I can't continue to push through anymore. But you always find the strength to do it, even when you have honestly felt like you were beaten, like you were defeated. You always found the strength to get back up. And on top of that, you make it look fun and you make it look easy, which is not a small accomplishment, because all of this is not without its challenges. So that is that's definitely something to be highlighted about you. So I'm glad that this came out. I think that even for those of you who feel a lot like you just want to keep to yourself, you have the kind of energy that people want to be around, because you make them feel really bright and you make them feel hopeful. So you might sometimes feel like you can't escape people. Like you, like I would rather just sit in the dark by myself, but my friends are asking me to come out to this party or to go over here, or my family wants to spend time with me or whatever, and you do kind of drag yourself out of it. I think it makes you feel better once you do, but you make everyone else feel better. So it's almost like you just can't escape this. Even if you consider yourself to be like very introverted, very much would rather just kind of hang with yourself, people are always going to be wanting your attention. I think that's because you have this way of making like even the most basic, boring, mundane things feel exciting. You make things fun. And on top of that, you have the ability to relate to other people's pain because you've had some pain of your own. So you're very empathetic, and that's something that people are drawn to as well. They're drawn to people who can see them for what they really are, who can see their struggle, and who can still be a bright, positive influence for them, even understanding that struggle. You don't get swept up in it, is what I mean. You have a way of kind of separating yourself and not feeding into the negativity. So that's a beautiful energy that people love to be around. Let's get into your tarot. That's a lot. That is actually a lot that came through about your personality and some of these traits that might be instrumental in you fulfilling your life's purpose. I can already see that part of your life's purpose is to be that joy, that light, that inspiration to other people, and to help people through their trauma. Firstly, to overcome it yourself, which I think you have either done or you are working on, but then to help others because you can identify with their pain. I'm going to move these cards. I'll leave this here just so the camera has something to focus on. But let me shuffle the tarot deck, and then we will look into the messages about your life's purpose. Okay. I am kind of seeing that there might be a nature theme for you. There might be something about your purpose that has to do with being in nature, exploring nature, maybe having land, or connecting with animals on some level. I think it's something that for a lot of you, it brings you a lot of joy. It kind of helps to build you up, but you're also providing a lot. This might even be that you're maybe like an earth healer, earth caretaker. That'll resonate for some of you. I think you'll know what I mean. You might consider yourself kind of a keeper of the earth in a way. Very specific message. Okay, we had that Ten of Wands come out, and I feel like that Nine of Swords energy and the Ten of Wands energy is very, very similar, especially in this reading. So that's just kind of speaking to some of the challenges, some of the struggle. Your struggle is being highlighted in this life purpose reading for a reason, because your struggle is a big part of this. Your story, your history is a big part of what you're here to accomplish, what you're here to overcome, and what you're here to learn. So we have the World, the Tower, the High Priestess, and Temperance. I'm going to get the bottom of the deck. Two of Swords. Okay. I think that in your experience, you have had a choice. I think you've had a choice if you were going to go down that dark path, or if you were not going to. If you were going to like wallow in that dark place, or if you were going to find a way to get back up and to keep going. And I think that's been the constant choice for you, and that the answer always is get back up and keep going. That's why you exhibit this Queen of Wands energy, because you keep making the choice to be resilient. You keep making the choice to, I feel like this would explain it the best. I feel like your bottom of the deck energy was really like, these were the two roads. This is what was presented when we were looking into your personality. You can go down this Queen of Wands road. You can be beautiful, vibrant, enticing is the word that comes to mind. You can be optimistic. You can push forward, or you can be consumed by the worry, by the doubt, by the trauma. And you've always been presented with this option, and it's been a huge part of your purpose to figure out which way you want to go and to be willing to stick with it. And I think that's what is being shown here. I think that you are showing yourself to be that person that chooses to try, that chooses to be resilient. The struggle's there. Ten of Wands, the struggle's there. The struggle has been there, but that has not determined your path. Let's get your oracle cards before I go too far into this and see what else we've got. We've got Child, Magical. There's like a couple different Child cards in this deck, and this one is the magical element, the magical side of the Child card. Beautiful energy. The Sacred Union. Oh, this is about partnership and romance. You're definitely meant to experience love in this lifetime. Experience deep connection. Ace of Cups. We have Starseed. Yes, I was kind of getting that vibe from you, that starseed vibe. A burst of magic. So we had magical here and magic. And then you had two of these cards come out. So let's see. We have health and balance. There's a lot of healer energy coming through for you. Same was true for pile 4. So there might be a message for you there. Let me get these all within view. I am really drawn to a couple of things because there's like a lot of repeating ideas here. One is that you had temperance come out, and you also have this balance card. So pacing yourself and being very balanced is something I think that has served you well. It almost takes me back to this 2 of Swords energy, like the balanced energy of that, the balanced energy of the 2 of Swords. There's been a lot of patience required here, I think. I think it's been maybe a little bit challenging. It's been a long road, kind of waiting for, I want to say, the payoff, like waiting for it to all make sense, waiting for the pieces to fall into place. But that's definitely what is happening for you. The pieces are going to fall into place. The pieces are already falling into place. Another thing that was really jumping out to me was this child magical, and then a burst of magic. So on this card we have seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. That is the resilient nature that I was picking up on with the Queen of Wands energy. I feel like we should bring the Queen of Wands back out because that's really crucial to your energy makeup and to your life's purpose. You are here to see all of the possibilities, to see all of the beauty, to experience magic in real life. Like, you are here to kind of delight in all, delight. Okay. To delight in all the world has to offer, and that's what we have here. So yeah, there is something like it's not indulgence. There's kind of this energy of you treasuring something or treasuring a lot of things in your life during this lifetime, having a lot to be grateful for, and really enjoying a lot. It's sort of a hard energy to put into words. It's like, like I was saying, it's not indulgence so much. It's like having so many things to be grateful for. Having, I think it's this Ace of Cups energy, having your cup running over with love, with abundance, with really good health. That's another thing coming through for you, that you are meant to experience really abundant health. If health has been a struggle for you, it's like, I think that this has come up in your life to really highlight the idea of perfect health, of abundant health for you, because this is something that you are meant to experience. So you may have actually experienced the opposite of that in preparation for you kind of coming into your own. And this could have a lot to do with you being someone who can help to balance and heal those around you. And just having that personal experience has gotten you there. But this is about all sorts of health, mental health, the health of your relationships. Speaking of relationships, you have the Sacred Union card, you have the Ace of Cups. You are meant to experience some really, really beautiful connections. I feel like for a lot of you, this is one particular very important connection. But I think that you are someone who attracts a lot of love into your life, and you are meant to experience that. It's like you're a beacon of hope, and you're the type of person who's incredibly inspiring without even trying to be. I think maybe you have felt like you were off track, because I think a lot of the things that have happened in your life could be seemingly exactly the opposite of what you feel you're supposed to experience, but you have not gotten off track. With the Starseed card, the Starseed's always an indication that that you have a really important mission, that you have a huge, important life purpose, but there's a lot of times what comes with that is the feeling of forgetting it. There's a feeling of like, I know there was something I was supposed to remember to do in this life, but I don't know what it is anymore. I lost track of it somewhere along the way. There's kind of that, like, I feel like that is inherent when it comes to the starseed energy, because there's this deep connection there. There's this knowing that feels too real to be a coincidence, but at the same time, a lot of times it's impossible to put your finger on exactly what it is. But it's all going to become clear. You are on purpose. That's what I want to say here. You are on purpose. The World card really makes me think that travel is important to you. Also, Queen of Wands energy. Queen of Wands is a traveler for me. So travel could be really important, and it could be a huge part of your purpose. You may want to travel and heal or help people around the world. That could be really important. I think that it's really important for you to be knowing and believing and trusting that you are on purpose. So this keeps kind of coming back for me, that you are on a mission, that you're on the right track is hugely important. I think that your guides might be highlighting that to me, because if there's any doubt left in your mind, they really want to eliminate that, because there's so much that you have to offer, and being in that state of doubt, it kind of clouds that connection that you have. It clouds, it can even help you, not help you, it can even hinder you in discovering your purpose, like discovering, the Starseed card says, what lights you up, really discovering what that is. I think that your purpose is something that has been revealed to you bit by bit. It's been almost like a journey of remembering. It doesn't feel like it's new information to you. It feels like it is something that feels like you are slowly waking up to. And you're slowly realizing that there is magic all around. Your deeper purpose is just going to continue to be revealed to you as you experience more and more of life. But really, it's like you've known all along. I think you just didn't really know what all of the different pieces meant. But there's like a magical essence to you. The Queen of Wands is a major symbol of magic. A lot of people, because of the black cat, kind of associate this card with magic. And it's not just that, it's also just all of her attributes. It's her strength, it's her magnetism, it's her confidence, it's that fiery nature. There's a magical quality to the Queen of Wands. And magic is clearly a theme for you with this burst of magic and this magical card here. It is clearly a theme. I think a lot is being revealed to you and has already been revealed to you. It's felt a little bit clouded at times, I think, about what your purpose is, but you've always known that it held some great importance, and being patient enough for it to unfold and reveal itself to you has been challenging at times. I think sometimes it almost made you want to get off of the road of like knowing that you had this purpose, like just kind of bail out, because there's a part of you that's like, well, if I still haven't figured it out, maybe I'm delusional. Like maybe it's not going to happen that way. But there's this little part of you that's always held on to it, and that's for the best. That is for the best. I just really want to point out again, like, you have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Tower. So this is not going unnoticed. Like, the challenge and the struggle that has been present is not going unnoticed. It's definitely being highlighted here, but it is being highlighted as part of your purpose. These are things that you were meant to grow through, grow from, and you were meant to grow into the person that you came here to be, to find that balance, to find that connection, maybe even to heal your physical body and to heal the physical bodies of others. You are, I feel like you're sort of a North Star, kind of a place that people can place their focus to figure out how to achieve, to figure out how to overcome. That's really the energy of this Queen of Wands. And you also picked the star. So yeah, there's this feeling of like being a guiding light in a way. And really showing people how you overcome life's hardships, how you heal from that, how you move on from that. Your purpose here is to raise the vibration of everything, everybody, everywhere you go. It's like anywhere you go instantly becomes a happier place. It instantly becomes a place full of more possibilities, a place that's more hopeful overall. You carry with you a sense of hope and things start becoming fun. That's kind of this childlike energy here. It's fun energy. It's light energy. It's playful and it's imaginative and it's curious energy. And even just the fact that you're able to bring that into the equation, given everything that you've seen and experienced and been through, is very, very impressive. And I think that going back to this partnership, I think that that's something that your divine partner is going to see in you and love about you. They're going to love how optimistic you're able to be, how playful you're able to be, how much fun you are, how you didn't lose your childlike wonder in the process of becoming, because I think that that's really important, that you were able to hold on to that. That's something that your partner is going to see in you, and they're going to really value the struggle that you went through because it molded you into such a resilient person. Really, really beautiful energy coming through for all of these readings. I'm really happy that we did this topic because it's been very, very insightful, and I think it's gonna be helpful, especially for those of you who have felt a little bit like you're off track, because I can see that no, you're right where you're supposed to be. There's a certain amount of balance that's being cultivated in you. There's a certain amount of ease that will come from this. I'm just kind of scanning the cards and seeing all of the imagery that brings me back to this idea of balance. With the balance card, temperance, these two streams flowing out of the Ace of Cups, bringing balance to that. The two swords on the Two of Swords, there's such a balanced nature, there's a balanced energy, and I think that in a lot of ways your life purpose is to bring that balance into the world, to raise the vibration. It's almost like you are a counterbalance to a lot of the darkness that goes on. And it's not that you haven't experienced the darkness. I think you wouldn't be perfectly suited for this role if you hadn't experienced some darkness of your own. But it makes you more well equipped to be able to transform this energy, to be able to bring in this lighthearted, beautiful, pure, loving energy, because you have experienced some stuff on the other end of the spectrum, and you bring that balance. So yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. I really loved doing this reading. If you liked this video, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye!